about mythology and stuff. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Mythology and Stuff.
We hope you had a good Christmas, or Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, or any other affiliated winter holiday.
We hope you had a Merry Winter.
A Merry Winter.
Yes. Yes. For those of you who don't know the general idea behind the podcast, the idea is that I don't know much about mythology, and Cheryl does. So Cheryl is going to give me 3 keywords that are kind of the foundation of a relatively well-known myth, and I am just going to lie out my ass for the next couple of minutes trying to piece together what the myth could be about. Cheryl will then finally swoop in and save knowledge by letting us know what I got wrong, which is everything every time. So, sound good?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Alrighty. You want to start us off, buddy?
So today we're going to be talking about the final conflict of Seth and Horace from ancient Egyptian mythology.
Okay.
And Joey, today your keywords are semen, amputation, and lettuce.
Semen, amputation, lettuce.
Yeah. But I also want to do a footnote here that if you're listening with kids in the room, maybe they shouldn't be in the room, because this is kind of adult subjects.
Yeah.
As most myths are, I'm finding, as we research.
That being said, if your kid is, like, way into semen, turn up the volume.
We're gonna get the police called on us.
Again. Jesus. Okay. So let's see what we've got here. So, Seth and Horace. Okay. Lettuce, semen, and amputation.
In no particular order.
Okay. Semen first. Always semen first.
Always semen first.
God, every time you make me a sandwich, you forget that.
Oh, God.
It's semen, then lettuce.
Yeah, I'm listening for the police sirens right now.
I'm gonna pat your hand.
Don't do that.
Why? Okay.
Tell me the story of the final conflict of
but I'll
Seth
pat
and
your
Horace.
hand as I do it.
Condescendingly.
So Seth and Horace used to be absolute besties. Like, they would grip each other's hands with the manliest might and just like frolic all around. Like, they would go to the mall, the ancient Egyptian mall. They would get ancient Egyptian froyo, and when they like realized that they got the same flavor, they would want to swap. They'd be like, it's like we were kissing, and there'd be an uncomfortable silence, and then they'd just start making out on the table.
God.
So it was during one of these especially spirited, you're my friend, but a little bit more than a friend, table romps. Where I think you guys can all guess what's coming out now. It's the lettuce. So Horace was kind of like this. Things are getting a little steamy. So Horace takes out his pocket lettuce and just kind of dabs his brow, just like I don't know how much longer I can keep this going.
We really need to bring back pocket lettuce.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while, and I get like. The best response I've gotten has been a wayward glance.
Oh man, it's organic. It's all natural.
Yeah, I thought it would fit in.
Pocket lettuce.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, young spirited, manly Horace is just kind of dabbing his brow, and he starts taking off his pants. And at this point, he's like, "Wait a minute, I don't know if I really want you to see my dingle-dangles, but at the same time, dingle-dangles." So, again, he's already committed to taking off the pants, but he's not sure if Seth is ready for his boisterous manhood. So he takes the pocket lettuce and makes it the crotch lettuce.
Is this where we get crotch lettuce from? Like the fig leaves on statues?
Yeah.
Is it from that one embarrassment incident?
Yeah. The ancient Egyptian froyo gay explosion. So,
Whoa.
I know, dog. So again, like the lettuce is now firmly in place. He's keeping it there through sheer force of will. And you may be wondering what Seth has been doing this whole time. And unfortunately, Seth has revealed what he's been doing this whole time by splooging everywhere.
Oh, no.
And he just...
How embarrassing.
How embarrassing indeed. He'd just been going at it kind of in the background.
Oh,
Nobody was
no.
really aware.
Oh, no.
And Seth, with like a little twinkle in his eye, just like busted a nut all over the place. For starters, they are not the only person in this.
I was about to say, how are the other customers taking this right now? Have they all left?
They started taking it a little bit worse when their froyo got some unwanted toppings.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it was just like, so they were again like the splooge, they were just completely going at it. And at this point, I'm surprised you didn't mention him, but Marcobius walks up.
Marcobius.
Did I fucking stutter?
Who's Marcobius?
Marcobius is Seth's former flame. And you see, there's one part of that phrasing that Marcobius is not happy about, and Marcobius is like, you know what? I think we can rekindle this because we had some good stuff, Seth and I. So he walks in and he writes a message on his pocket lettuce and slides it to Seth, and it says, "Be mine?" ? And
such romance.
I know, but Horace sees it and he just looks at Seth and he's like, "You slut." And like before Seth can say a single thing or splooge another drop, motherfucker is dead. Like Horace, he's as passionate a murderer as he is a lover. And if you've been paying attention, that was a very, very passionate murder.
Yeah.
So, the police showed up eventually, and, it was this little froyo joint, and it was coated in every single bodily fluid. And, so it was, they just kind of like, they just kind of surveyed the situation. They were like, this is going to be a long night. And it was. It really was.
It really was.
And yeah, so I mean that was pretty tough. Like that was tough to kind of have to recount for everybody because there was so much passion involved. I don't know if you could hear my tears hitting the ground, but they were fat and full of sorrow. Those are my tears.
I'm very impressed. He got a clap and applause for that.
That I did. So, do you care to tell me what minor differences there are between my version and the lesser version?
Oh, see, here's the thing, is that not much.
Sweet wounded Jesus.
Sweet wounded Jesus, indeed. All right, guys. Get ready. Hide your kids. Here we go.
Unless they're really into splooge. We've been over this.
Nope. Police are gonna come for us, and then it's really going to be a long night.
Yeah? The police can't do nothing. Not to me. Because I have fat
if any policemen or policewomen are listening right now, please no. Please, it's all his fault.
Please take it as a challenge.
No!
You cannot arrest me.
No!
You will never find me.
Oh, God.
I'm like a Zeus mist.
Anyway.
Fucking dames.
Anyway.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus. You're learning. You're learning the lessons of the mythology.
Yes.
Good job.
Please.
Please respect your benefactors. Anywho. So, everyone, this is the tale of the final conflict of Seth and Horace. And this requires some background. Okay, long story short, the king of the gods, Osiris, is killed by his brother Set. He is the god of storms, the desert, and chaos. And can you guess who our antagonist is yet?
Is it him?
It's him. Now, Osiris he's had a sister who is also his wife.
Okay.
Now, if anyone, if you've learned about ancient Egypt, in school, that's not uncommon. Many pharaohs, did the deed with their sisters and, keeping it within the bloodline. Kudos to whoever historian has tried to make a family tree of pharaohs. I'm so sorry.
I hope it's just an infinity loop.
Infinity loop family tree.
Yep.
The Egyptian family tree is just a hula hoop.
I'm down with it.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so anyway, Osiris's sister/wife, Isis, has a son named Horace, unbeknownst to Seth, who now has taken his brother's throne.
Is his name Set or Seth?
It goes either way.
Okay.
I think it's technically pronounced Set.
Okay.
But it's spelled Seth.
Okay, so far I've gotten only one bit wrong. Please continue.
Yes. Yep. So, when Horus becomes an adult, he challenges Set to his father's throne. And they set up a series of challenges, and I would love to go into them, but they deserve their own episode because they're great. One involves them turning into hippopotamuses and seeing how long either can stay underwater for. It's stuff like that. It's great.
It sounds rockin'.
But the one I want to focus on today is the final challenge/skirmish between Set and Horus. Alright, so Set and Horus have been fighting for a while, and the rest of the gods are just like, fucking stop. God, guys, just cool it for a minute. And they're like, oh, okay, I guess. Alright. And they really do try to resolve their differences, so much so that they set up a banquet slash a sleepover for each other. And here's where things get sploogey. Okay. From here on out, I'll be reading a basic sum up of the myth that was found on an ancient papyrus. This is no joke. A bed was prepared for Set and Horus. They sleep together. At some point during the night, Set tries to have sex with Horus. Horus catches Set's semen in his hand. And, he just, kept it in his hand until morning. Yeah. I don't know how you do that. So anyway, the next morning, Horus shows his mom Isis. Check out this semen on my hand.
Jesus.
And like any good mom, Isis cuts his hand off.
I forgot about amputation! I'm sorry.
I figured amputation worked its way into...
The murder? Okay.
That's what I assumed. Yeah, that's what I assumed. So I think you did it.
Okay.
I think it fit in.
Cool.
Anyway, so Isis cuts off her son's hand that had semen on it and throws it into the river. Important later. Take note, listener.
I've got.
Okay. It keeps going. She then makes Horus, her son, masturbate into a jar. She takes this jar, now full of Horus's seed, to Set's gardens. Isis chats it up with the gardener and is like, so, which vegetable does old Set eat the most? And the gardener's like, only thing I ever seen him eat is lettuce. And Isis is like, noted. Thanks. And proceeds to dump the entire jar of her son's semen on the lettuce. It gets worse. The lettuce-loving Set, sure enough, eats the vegetable and gets pregnant.
I was gonna ask.
He gets pregnant.
Preggerdaggers.
Later, there's a council meeting with the gods. And they bring up the subject of alright, so who is gonna take the throne? Is it gonna be Set or Horus? And Set is all cool as a cucumber, and he's like, he's very vocal. He's like, I deserve the throne. And here's a quote from the papyrus scroll. Let me be awarded the office of ruler. As for Horus, I have performed the labor of a male against him. End quote. This is a really messed up form of I licked it so it's mine. But but here it's I put my semen on it so it's mine and therefore unfit to rule. And from this point, I'm just going to read you the English translation of the scroll because it speaks for itself. Horus then took an oath by God as follows: all that Set has said is false. Let Set's semen be summoned, that we may see where it answers, and my own be summoned, that we may see where it answers. So I guess, like, ancient god semen, like, has a tracking device, or it has, like, a walkie-talkie mechanism. Like, you can talk to your semen.
Okay.
Wherever it may be.
I mean, I do that anyway, but
yeah,
it's frowned upon.
So it's up to Thoth, the Lord of Script and Scribe of Truth for the Council of the Gods.
Also world's shittiest name.
World's shittiest names, Thoth. Thoth puts his hand on Horus's shoulder and says, "Come out, you semen of Set." But Set's semen answers from the water. And then Thoth put his hand on Set's shoulder and said, "Come out, you semen of Horus." The semen then answers, "Where shall I come from?" And Thoth says, "Come out from his ear." And then the semen gives him like a toot and is like, "Is it from his ear that I shall issue forth, seeing as I am divine seed?" It's like, no, fuck, I'm not gonna come out of the ear.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Semen with standards.
Semen with standards, yes. And so Thoth says, "Well, come out from the top of his head." And it emerged as a golden solar disk upon Set's head. Set became exceedingly furious and extended his hands to seize the golden solar disk. Thoth then takes it away from him and places it as a crown on top of his own head. So this other dude is just like, "Whoa, cool crown from your nephew's semen that you've just birthed. I'll use it as my own."
Mm-hmm.
So then, this is proof that somehow Horus is better than Set, and he becomes king of the gods.
I mean, that sounds like he deserved that position.
I guess.
I
guess.
Anyone who can masturbate with probably their non-dominant hand in front of their mother after having their first hand...
I never thought about that.
Yeah. It's like he wanked in front of his mother, non-dominant hand, ignoring the pain, into a jar. Enough to fill up a jar to then dump on lettuce. Like, dude... Like, I would vote for him.
I would vote for him. Go Horus.
Yes.
Good job.
Wowza.
Oh my god. So yeah, that's the story of Set and Horus.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
The epilogue is me taking a 4-hour long shower.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Again, I want to stress that some of the myths that we discuss are not family friendly, if you guys had not noticed that before from previous episodes.
What if their family is really awesome and loves semen crowns?
Well, power to them, I guess. That's a very open family. That's a very... I'm sure they have a healthy relationship with intimacy.
Mm-hmm. Let them judge their own juicy standards, Cheryl. God.
Juicy standards.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, I'm trying to think of a takeaway for this episode.
Yeah. Lessons to be learned.
Yeah, should you ever catch a lover's juicy juice inside of your hand, do not go present it to your mother after having held on to it for roughly 12 hours. May I recommend washing your hand and or not catching the splooge in the fucking first place, because why would you do that? Can you think of anything else other than let's bring back some good pocket lettuce?
I think that's just it. I think we just need to bring back pocket lettuce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe that the ancient Egyptians had frozen yogurt restaurants, but not paper.
Can you believe it?
It is so hard to believe that I may venture to say it's untrue.
Yeah, probably. Seeing as they had papyrus and probably invented the first form of paper. But froyo, man!
Man, it's... Put whatever toppings you want on there.
Whatever toppings you want.
Wow. You went there.
I went
girlfriend.
there. You can't see my sassy head shakes.
It's
but they're there, rest assured.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a wordsmith capable of describing them, so I think it is time to leave you guys.
I think so. Thank you guys. Happy holidays and a happy new year.
Just be happy in general. Like, don't wait for the holidays to be happy, man. You can be happy always.
Thanks. That's some good life lessons right there. Get some froyo, guys.
Froyo.